Ever wish you could just reach into a textbook and pull out the science, make it real? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. How to turn these big, abstract ideas into something you can actually see, touch, and experience firsthand.
Think back to science class for a second. Was it all just memorizing facts from a book? Or was it a real adventure? We're going to look at how to make things like biology and animal adaptations, well, genuinely cool and unforgettable, especially for kids. Okay, so here's the game plan. We'll kick things off with why curiosity is so important, then check out how this group, Wild Science, makes learning super interactive. And yeah, we'll even meet some of their amazing animal team and see the real impact of what they do.
All right, first up, making science unforgettable. So, what's the secret sauce? What makes something stick in your brain forever? It usually boils down to one simple thing: curiosity. And that idea, it's actually the main theme for British Science Week in 2026.
The theme is literally curiosity, what's the question? It's this awesome push for all of us to just look around, ask why, and go find the answers. And that whole mindset, that's the engine behind the hands-on approach of the organization we're focusing on, Wild Science.
And just so you know, British Science Week isn't some small little thing. It's a huge 10-day celebration all across the UK. The whole point is to get everybody, no matter their age, excited about science, technology, engineering, and math through hands-on stuff.
Okay, so sparking curiosity is the goal, right? But how do you actually do that? Well, Wild Science has a pretty brilliant answer. They don't make you come to the lab. They bring the lab and the adventure straight to you. It's all about breaking down barriers. So instead of you having to organize a big trip to a zoo or a museum, they pack everything up and bring these incredible workshops and animal encounters right to your school, your community center, wherever you are in the UK.
And now, for the part you've probably been waiting for, let's meet the animal team. 'Cause let's be honest, these are the real stars of the show. This is what takes a lesson from being interesting to being something you'll remember forever. First up, let's talk about the snakes. Now, we know from testimonials there's a royal python named Mango who's pretty popular, but the specific types of snakes they bring can change. What doesn't change, though, is the amazing effect they have on people. I mean, check out this quote. This person says even their most hesitant colleagues were holding the snake by the end. That just shows you the power of this, right? When you're in a safe space with an expert there to guide you, it's amazing how quickly fear can turn into fascination. It's so much more than just learning facts. It's about building confidence. Okay, next up, the geckos. And we have to talk about one in particular, a crested gecko named Carlos. Apparently, he's a bit of a celebrity and really knows how to steal the show. Aha! I love this! A picture with Carlos the gecko on the birthday boy's head. It just perfectly sums up the vibe, right? It's fun, it's personal, it gets a little silly, and it creates these moments you'll never forget. I mean, come on, a gecko hat. That's a story for life.
And of course, it's not all scales and sticky feet. They also have the furry friends. We're talking rabbits, guinea pigs, and gerbils, and these guys are always a huge hit, offering this really calm, gentle, and almost therapeutic experience. And this is what's so crucial. The presenter, Jess, was incredibly attentive. She's checking in, asking if the person needs a break or if they'd rather just sit quietly with a guinea pig. It shows that the experts aren't just there to show off animals. They're there to tune into each person and make sure the experience is perfect for them. The animal team is pretty diverse too. It's not just snakes and gerbils. People have talked about meeting giant snails, tortoises, cool-looking tree frogs, and yeah, even tarantulas. So you get to see a really cool slice of the animal kingdom.
So you might be thinking this is just for schools, but nope. These amazing animal encounters are for pretty much any occasion you can think of. They cater to a huge range of events. Just look at this list. On one hand, you've got birthday parties for 2-year-olds. On the other, you have corporate animal therapy sessions for adults. They can be at a summer fair one day and a shopping center the next. The range is just incredible. It really shows how versatile and adaptable their whole program is. Okay, so we've seen what they do. But let's talk about the why. Why does this matter? What's the real, lasting impact of getting to hold a snake or pet a guinea pig? It's so much more than just a fun day. You're talking about really important life skills. It helps people overcome their fears, which builds massive confidence. It develops empathy for other living things. And of course, it sparks that curiosity we talked about, which can set someone on a path of loving to learn for their whole life. And this review just says it all, doesn't it? From 2-year-olds to 70-somethings, everyone was enthralled. That's the magic right there. It proves this isn't just for kids. That sense of wonder you get from nature, it connects everybody, no matter how old you are.
All right, that brings us to our last section, how to get involved. So if you're sitting there thinking, hey, this would be perfect for my kid's party or for your school or community event, here's what you need to do. It's actually super straightforward. First, you just get in touch with them to talk about your event. Then their team works with you to plan out the perfect workshop for your specific audience. And finally, you lock in your date and get set for an amazing hands-on adventure.
And hey, to make it as easy as possible, here's the number right on the screen. Seriously, just one phone call could be the start of an experience that people will be talking about for a long, long time.
So let's end right where we started, with curiosity. Because really, science isn't about knowing all the answers. It's about learning to ask better questions. After an experience like this one, you just have to wonder, what's the next question your curiosity is going to ask? Thanks for tuning in.